Hi, welcome to Badger Rock's Black History Month virtual workshop. I'm Shy and she's
Lauren.
and we're gonna make cowboy cookies for you today. We already put some ingredients in the bowl, but we're gonna go over that in a second. Yeah. And we're also gonna talk about the history of Black Cowboys here in America. First, we are gonna start off with the ingredients. So you're gonna need flour. I got spelt flour. Feel free to use any type of white or all-purpose flour.
That's already in there.
Yep, we already put it in the bowl. And then you're gonna need baking soda.
Oh, you already put that in there.
Yep, and then you're gonna need salt.
Yeah,
we're about to put that in there.
We forgot it, but we stopped the video and then we made a different one like this one.
Then we stopped the video and made another one. Then we're gonna need brown sugar.
Yeah,
and white sugar. And then you will need pecans. And coconut flakes. I get the unsweetened kind, but the recipe calls for the sweetened kind, as it'll put more moisture into the cookie. Then you'll need black chocolate. I use dark chocolate, but you feel free to use like any type of milk chocolate, semi-sweet chocolates. You'll also need butter, cinnamon, eggs, vanilla extract, oats. Don't use quick oats like I'm using quick oats. Please go get the rolled oats and use regular oats because they also help with the moisture inside the cookie. So I think that's all. I think that's all of our ingredients. Then you'll need 2 bowls, a dry bowl, a dry ingredient bowl, and then a wet ingredient bowl. You'll also need cookie sheets, a whisk, and I got some spoons. You'll need measuring cups and measuring spoons as well. So for this bowl, we already got our 2 cups of flour in here. 2 cups of flour in here.
This is wet. This is dry. This is going to be wet.
Yeah, so we got 2 cups of flour and then 1 teaspoon of baking soda in here. And then we're going to do 3/4 teaspoons of salt. Wait.
Teaspoons?
3/4. We can kind of. I've made these cookies so much. I'm following a recipe for y'all so that y'all can kind of have a better idea on the measurements. But I pretty much will just put this stuff in here because these are my favorite cookie. I grew up eating these cookies. They are.
She made it when we had Florida.
Yeah, I made it for the holidays in Florida. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Put that in there. Okay, that's it. That's all we need.
Just whisk it.
Okay, you can whisk it. And then have your kid whisk it. And then that is it for our dry ingredients.
Now we need wet.
And then while you're doing this, make sure to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And then, okay, let's do this. Let's do our wet ingredients now. And then you're going to grab your wet ingredient bowl. Your wet ingredient bowl, and you're going to add room temperature, room softened butter. You want your butter to be soft so you can mix it and stir it in. But you're going to need 1 cup of butter. No, this is two of these butter sticks are equals to 1 cup of butter. You need 1 cup of brown sugar and 1/2 cup of 1 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of regular white sugar.
Why? I thought this is dry ingredients.
No, it's wet ingredients. This is gonna be with the wet.
All of it?
Yeah, we need a whole cup. Oh, no, you need a half a cup of that, and then you need a whole cup of this. A whole 1 cup of brown sugar and a half a cup of white sugar, a granulated sugar. But brown sugar is just white sugar and molasses. That's all it is. Yes. Mix it in. So basically, these cookies are like a dump truck of ingredients. So if you don't have any brown sugar and you have molasses, feel free to use more white sugar and add some molasses. How do you know I'm right? You know how to make brown sugar? Yeah? And if you have a hand mixer, use that. Something. Add your 2 eggs to the wet bowl. Here, you grab one and I'll do one. Just put it in there. Yep, good job. And then 2 teaspoons of the vanilla extract.
Yeah.
You hold the spoon. You hold the spoon, I'll pour. Yep, put that in there. And then, oh, there you go. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then stir that.
Oh, how are you doing with this now?
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Good job. You really want to mix it in there so it's not clumpy. But even if it's still a little clumpy when you're adding the dry ingredients, it'll be okay. Yeah. And then you want to add your dry ingredients to, hold on, slowly. And then we want to mix that in there.
A little bit?
Yeah, little by little. Mix. And this is where I kind of put on my gloves. You can use if you have a mixer,
a mixer,
electric bowl mixer.
Yeah.
You want to do that and just add the dry ingredients slowly into that slow mixer. Mix that. While she's mixing that, we'll add 2 cups of oats into this bowl. I'm gonna do 1 1/2 because it's quick oats, and so I don't want it to dry out so much.
Have you oats before?
Yeah, that's why I buy them. And then you want to do.
While I'm mixing the oats,
you want to do 1 1/2 cup of coconut flakes, 1 1/2 cups. I'm just gonna pour the rest in here that I have.
Yeah, because that's a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot left.
Yeah.
And then you want to do 1 cup of the pecans. 1 cup of the pecans, or leave out the pecans, or do another nut if you would like. Do a different kind of nut or cashew, but it's typically made with pecans. Walnuts sound pretty good to me. More.
Sorry.
Thank you.
It's only a little bit.
And then 1 1/2 cups of your chocolate chips.
Chocolate chips. Can I have one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome. It's so yummy, right? Yeah, I can just pour this whole bag in here. Again, because I didn't have a lot of those left.
Why you didn't know that?
I didn't know.
That makes no sense. Why you didn't know that? That makes no sense.
And then
no.
Yeah, it's just a little bit lighter chocolate. It's still dark chocolate. Here, can I try for a little bit?
I got it.
Here, let me just do a really brief little mix. Okay. Okay. You really want to mix it in and incorporate all those ingredients evenly. Mixing. If you like it to be a little bit more like moist or wetter, feel free to add some like milk or plant milk or some like coconut oil or something. But yeah, that is how your mixture should look. This is how your mixture should look. Like a good granola almost. And then we are going to we're gonna grab our cookie pans. And we need to grease it up a little bit. Because I think we're gonna make a lot of cookies.
For everybody?
Yeah. What class? Your class?
Yeah. School. Old school.
I don't know. Yep. But grease your pan or use parchment paper. We don't have any parchment paper here. So I am greasing the pan.
And then we can put our stuff on.
And
we have to wait until she's done.
Okay. Then you wanna
put your stuff on now.
Roll the balls.
Blah.
And
I made big.
Yeah, you can make them big. Actually, no, split that one in half, please.
Yeah.
Okay. So, just like this cookie recipe, cowboys are of all different descent and have a host of, are from all over the U.S., the country. And a lot of people think that black farmers, black cowboys, came from or kind of started with black or formerly enslaved people, but it really it started with the native people and the vaquero people, the Spanish and the Spaniards and the Mexicans and the native people of this land taught the formerly enslaved black people how to handle cattle and herd cattle, and then the slavers were moving black people, the Africans that they had captured down to Texas, and having them help with their cattle and their ranches and their farms, until the Civil War happened. And once in the white slavers, when they went off to fight in the war, they only had the enslaved people to depend on to run their farms and everything. But to their surprise, when they got back, they had overpopulated herds, and so, and then after the war, there was so much demand for beef that the former slavers had to hire these skilled hands and these skilled African American people and pay them to be cowboys. So with the demand of beef, these cowboys were tasked to travel across the country in rough terrain and like in unforgiving weather, in towns that were not welcoming to them. And through some stories I've read, you can tell that they created bonds within their crews, that you didn't see in a level of equality that you didn't see in the African American community. So, like black cowboys became sort of like they formed their own crews to a certain point where they would all work the same jobs or tell each other about certain jobs or certain work around the country and created a network of camaraderie amongst themselves. Some notable Black Cowboys are Nat Love. I recommend everybody watching The Harder They Fall, and that outlines some of the Black Cowboys and some of the things that were happening in these small Texas rural towns with the Black people and the white people. It shows a different history than what we're originally taught. And that I also shows Nat Love. Bass Reeves is depicted in that movie, although these characters weren't exactly as they're portrayed. They didn't act exactly like they were portrayed in the movie, but you will get an idea and a gist of it. There's also Bill Prickett, one of my faves. He was one of the first African American um, people, American men to participate in the rodeo, which is really cool. He was well known in that circuit. So I'm super proud to know this history and be a part of it and be able to share it with others as well as uplift it and celebrate it. Usually when I'm out on the farm or if I'm out on different farms, I'll have on my hat, my cowgirl hat, and my boots.
Yep, me too.
And her too.
She bought me some.
And we'll be out, connecting with the land and picking the food and feeding our family people before us, our ancestors before us.
And then who had the cowboy birthday?
Oh, Angela.
Yeah, Angela.
Yeah, she had the rodeo birthday. But yeah. All right, you want to roll your cookies into like little medium-sized cookies. I didn't crush the butter up in here too well because it's still big chunks. So you want to do that better than I did. This recipe makes 35 cookies. This recipe makes about 35 cookies. It could make more, could make less. I would suggest adding pecans and as much dark chocolate as you want to. Here. I put these in the ovens for about 12 to 15 minutes, and they'll still look a little bit, light in the middle, but once they sit on the pan while they're cooling, they'll cook in the middle and they'll be like this nice soft middle, like it'll be a nice soft cookie. I'll show y'all when I'm done. Cheers.
Here.
Happy Black History Month.
This is what the cookies look like.
Oh, this is what they look like.
Wait, guys, look. So soft.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit right there.
Okay. Cowboy cookies came from when people started being more interested in the cowboy trend, rodeo trend. So I'm not sure who came up with these cookies, but whoever did, they're superb. They're my favorites. I hope that you enjoy this recipe as much as I do, as I have since I was young. And peace out.